All right, we're up and running. I'll keep adding the people into the Oliabo, folks. New standard of health. We always start like Adiamo, let's go. But I don't have that slide. This is a different slideshow I just put together while I was doing a few things. Now, if you're brand new in on this call, let's just let these last few come in. If you're brand new on the call, Sunday night, little different call, but I'll give you a quick overview of what we're about. And one of the biggest things that I was surprised last year in the middle of the year when Ray Harron was on the call, master distributor, my sponsor, told me he wanted to chat, get on the call with some fellas I might know. And when they mentioned the olive, I had no idea myself at all. One of the world's most oldest botanicals, well, the one that's the oldest in literature, right? Gordon shared with us the other week, 7,000 odd years ago, that from the Sumerian culture before the Egyptians, that the olive oil and the olive plant was honored, used as there we go, more people, used as a healing property. We're not making any medical claims or anything, but the powerful benefits of it. And then I started doing the deep dive, and I was really surprised. I was always worried, wondered what that Mediterranean diet, everyone talked about it, right, for the last handful of years. The Mediterranean diet. And I think about when you go to an Italian restaurant, don't understand anything healthy about that, right? All that pasta and heavy food and all those sausages. And how the heck do they stay that fit? How do they look so thin? They don't seem to look after themselves. And Italy, just 2 months ago, WHO released the figures, the longest longevity of average age of any country on the planet, and the lowest occurrence of any cardiac event. Cardiac events usually don't turn out well, right? Most cardiac events, you end up in the ICU, or they're ordering lilies. I don't know in your country, but where I came from, lilies used to go on the coffin. So I thought about that Mediterranean diet, but then when I learned about what we had here at Oliabo, I went, you know what? It's really the Oliabo diet. And that's what we have. That's what we're sharing with you. How you could take Gordon, Joe, the two owners, the Morton brothers, and their heritage, and growing up with an Italian mom from Treviso, born and raised, leaving in her 20s to go to Canada, and knowing that culture of living and growing up in a blue zone. What's a blue zone? Blue zone's where people, on average, live 100 years, good, healthy. Not 100 years, all you Aussies stuck in a war veterans home, right, in a diaper, not knowing what's going on, waiting for your evening 4 o'clock meal. None of that. Vibrant, healthy. That's the key. Like we work in our lives. We try to put enough money away to retire. Or if you're on your way there, you're trying to get there and you want to enjoy your life, but it doesn't work if you're not healthy. That's the key. We want to change that. So when those two boys started to do a deep dive into their culture and they started to learn about the properties of the olive tree, thousands of years old, still producing fruit, creating that tree itself, creating longevity amongst itself. How can a tree, hundreds of years, 1,000 years, 1,500 years, still produce fruit? How can a tree have anti-aging properties to do it? Well, if they learned that you could, through scientific studies, quite a few years of doing it, they learned that you could extract those polyphenols, those phytonutrients out of the tree and bring it to you. So that's exactly what we're talking about here for brand new people. And we offer it to you. All our products sourced in Italy comes from all the olive groves where it's all pre-harvest. Some people say, have they got enough olives? Yes. From the olive groves, it's pre-harvest. Let me just mute you guys one last time for the new ones that came in. Pre-harvest. Usually 3 months pre-harvest, got to be cold pressed within a certain amount of hours, very short time. Then it's processed, sent to North America, where it's put into our products for us, where we are able to have these polyphenols and phytonutrients like oleocanthal, the #1 anti-inflammatory known to man. That's the key, right? Last week with Dr. Earl Mindell in the middle of the week, or Saturday morning or Friday night, we're at ease. That's when we're healthy. We want to be healthy. Our body is at ease. But then when we're unhealthy, it's what causes is we're at dis-ease, D-I-S, dis-ease is pushing up against us. And that's what causes disease, language today. And all of that, whether it's blood pressure, diabetes, brain amyloid accumulation, what we call dementia or Alzheimer's, joint pain, your gut health combination, anything that goes wrong boils down to one word: inflammation. Begins the inflammation of the cells. Ashley Brown our certified organic formulator. She talked to us on our calls. It's in your back office about that inflammation, then what the cells do, how they over communicate and overcompensate, and we suffer. The key to that is have the Earth's best anti-inflammatory right there in the middle of the screen, oleocanthal. But we also, and that occurs in high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, but we learn to get luripine, an extract out of the leaf, not oil. See, we're not just an oil company. So out of the leaf, a luripine, and an extract out of the pulp of the fruit, because the fruit of the olive tree is the olive itself, and the seed extract, verbascicide, and bring it to you. So if you're brand new, just get out your phone and take a screenshot of what I'm putting up here. Oleocanthal, a luripine. You know, I could give you a chemist lesson, get you a little bachelor's degree in chemistry, but you probably won't believe me. But if you go look this up for yourself like I did, Ray said, look up these words. I wrote them on a sheet of paper: squalane, hydroxytyrosol. I put all this down, vascicide, and I went. I looked it up for myself, and the first thought I had was, I want that. I want that inside me. I want it in my body. So what we end up doing, our company has bought that to you right here in great packaging, great branding with our company, Gordon and Joe with their mom right on the back in that zone in Italy, with a very, very simple, easy, convenient daily pillow pack, chocolate block full of oleocanthal in the 2 big green capsules, Olivectum, our proprietary blend of the verbascicide and the luripine, the leaf and the pulp extract, and then the third product, which is the 4th pill, Rosa, which is pycnogenol from grapeseed extract and the carotenoid out of tomatoes, lycopene. That's our Oliabo standard. That's the brand, the company with the owners that have done this before. Most of you know that, their track record. That's important. And we're able to bring you what I just showed you, all those ingredients, plus a few more in 3 great products. Prima, from the inside out, continually every day building up that strength, that anti-aging, that longevity. Flex for those problems and look after it and deal with it right away within a 15 to 20 minute time span, and get relief from hurt, aches, pain, suffering. And then Visa Lux, you know, for you, everybody's saying you look good, Mal. Well, you know, I'm vain. Utilizing your Visa Lux for the best anti-aging facial serum. That's our brand. That's what we offer to you. Affordable pricing, shipped directly to your door. And yeah, we got olive oil. And you know, we just did a deep dive on that this last week with the clips I put out by that third party. And then with Doc Mindell talking about that. And I'm looking, is Darren on the call? Yeah, my Aussie mate, you know, live. He did a shot of this live for us on our, we do nightly Zooms for Australia with my team. And he got his olive oil bottle, he cracked it, he did a shot. He wanted to see that oleocanthal response. What's that? Well, see, when you got high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, you can tell the difference. You take a shot of it and it makes you cough. And he was like, yeah, what happened to me? Oh, you Aussies, you knew exactly what happened. He was there, and then his face turned a little bit red, and he started that oleocanthal cough. That's how you tell the difference. And if you're looking to build a business, most people aren't. Great products, they just want to better their lives. But then down the road, they're going, this really works. Maybe I should share it with my friends. Maybe I should help them, right? That's the right thing to do. Not to say, hey, we're going to get filthy, stinking rich. I just like to share this. Well, we have a pay plan. It's called PREMIO Pay. Simplest pay plan, and it honors customers. I'll give you a hint. 25% of every order for life as a customer is paid to you for introducing it. The rest of that, the other 25%, is paid out through the field. And then we have a very, very, very simple pay plan to get you to where you could be at the top position where most people don't think they can. And we do it through all sorts of different things. We do it through branding. We do it through social media. We're going to be able to help you and do it through your Oliabo studio. The one part is we have an Oliabo effect. You know, and most of you think, I'm going to have one of those little clips of Gordon or Joe or somebody again. No, tonight I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman. And I put your family up there, Michael, because that's important. Family is really important. Michael Arceneaux lives he lives in Houston. I'm going to get him to give you a little rundown, but Michael is a supreme network marketer, but he's also a business builder. He runs State Farm, I believe. He runs his own State Farm agency. We used to call him Base Shop back in my day when I was in the financial business. He's just come on board with our company as a corporate trainer. So I'm going to stop sharing and turn this. Let me admit this last person. I'm going to stop sharing and turn this over to Mike. I see you too, mate. So Michael lives down there. He likes golfing. There you go. So you and Doc Mindell would make a good pair because he's a golfaholic.
Yeah, I don't go for the hole though. I go for the squirrel. So that's yeah.
Ah. Michael lives in Houston, folks. Great town, good family. Did I get it right? The picture, because you got such an extended family. It was hard to get
Yeah, yeah. My 22-year-old is missing in that picture, but yeah, I have a 22-year-old
the
too.
one with the big, the great
Yeah,
hair.
Layla. Yeah, yeah, the good big
Met,
curly hair, Layla. Yeah,
met Layla on a call with you right back when you joined us last year.
yeah.
So I was going to give you the floor, but I just want you to cover two, whatever you want to talk about. But I think people need to see the vision of the power of what Oliabo has and the future of what you see with your corporate background and your marketing background, where this company can help people.
Definitely. Well, look, I appreciate you having me on this evening, and I'm excited to be a part of the organization, a part of the Oliabo family. I appreciate Ray for even introducing me to Oliabo. Just some exciting times, Malcolm. I'm not a hype person because hype and even excitement can fade over time. It really needs to make business sense and it really needs to make sense as far as longevity. That's what I look for. And what I love is the corporate team. I love that they've done this before, they've done this successfully. This is not anything that we're testing out, this is not anything that they're trying to do. They have their mind set, and it's going to happen. It's happening now, but it's going to really happen in a big way. They brought me on really to, I think, a missing piece with teaching the basics the basics of how to build a home-based business. Yes, you need that excitement. Yes, you need to call people and speak with them. But what happens after that? You know, what's the game plan? What's the roadmap? What should I be doing on a daily basis? What should I be consistent at doing? If I'm not good at that, how can I become good at that? If I'm not good on the phone, if I'm not good at reaching out, if I don't have a warm market, what other aspects and ways can I bring in people and have those conversations? That's one of the things that they brought me in for, to teach that and to share that and create some game plans for the organizations and for the teams. I'm excited about really looking at doing some game plans on the weekend, actually doing some live calls, letting people listen in, actually having some sort of blitzes on the weekends and some excitement, and actually have some prizes going on. I really want to get people excited about sharing not only the opportunity, but this product. You know, my wife's an occupational therapist. A lot of her patients are getting younger and younger and younger, and they're getting strokes, heart attacks, and like you said, Malcolm, I mean, it literally is paralyzing to people. And it could be so simple as making sure you take care of your health. I've been on a health journey. I'm one of those guys that will take garlic, crush it up with some raw honey, take a spoonful every morning. You know, I was taking olive oil on a tablespoon of it daily. And Oleabo just makes it so simple because it's not one of these mystical fruits. It's not one of these mystical opportunities. It's an opportunity. It's a product that people are familiar with. So it's not a scary conversation to have. It's a very simple conversation to have. And that's the main thing, is that when you're speaking to people about Oliabo, you want to have a conversation. You're not really trying to sell them on it. You want to have a conversation about the product, about what it can do, some of the testimonials, some of the stories, but mainly it's been doing for yourself, and have them do the research. Malcolm is real good at that as far as sending out that information. Say, hey man, do your own research. You look it up, and then when I call you tomorrow, let me know what you have seen, what this product can do, and what the olive can do. So I'm excited about the possibilities of really working with each and every one of you all. Leadership is great, but leadership at times can get so bogged down with helping this person, helping that person. So I'm coming in to help as an organization with the company to really create some roadmaps and some game plans on how we can make you successful, how we can get you the customers that you need. You know what I mean? Because I always said that, business partners, when you think of business partner, business partners come and go, but customers stay because they're in love with the product and what it can do for them. So, being in this industry for a long time, I've been successful on the distributor side, but I've also been behind I call it the black curtain, for different companies to see what happens on the corporate side. And both sides could be a little scary when you kind of look what's going on. But that's why I think Oliabo is special, because really the amount of love, and I really truly mean that, the amount of love that they're putting into this company, to the products, into the opportunity, and into the dreams of a lot of you all that are on this call. I want you to get excited. I want you to get happy, but I want you to also mainly get strategic. That's what I want to teach, and that's what I want to share. Now that the excitement is here, now that you're in love with the product, now that you have a couple of people joining you, what now? What do I do now on a consistent basis to get things moving? And that's what I'm hoping and praying that I could bring to the table, Malcolm.
Not sure you can. I don't know how much you know or have seen behind the curtain of Oliabo's studio and Curtis Fulmer's baby. That I want to think of this. There's a visionary and there's a missionary, right? Like if the visionary was Jesus and the missionary were all the disciples, right? For Islam, visionary was Muhammad, and then all the missionaries are the people out there. So Gordon's like the visionary with our company, right? He has these great big ideas. Some people say Mal on the call. Gordon goes, he weaves around, but he always comes back, right? But that's the kind of guy that you want. Like with DreamWorks and our corporate member, Brent Baum, the quality of that man, those guys, right? Ratzenberg and the others that became with DreamWorks, they were smart enough to go get Brent Baum, a strategic guy to create the pathway and bring them and take that company to a couple $100 billion odd. So Gordon's the visionary here. And then we have a bunch of missionaries with the company, but you people, and Michael. So one of them is Curtis and Oliabo Studio. I haven't seen anything more than what you have, but Curtis has been up at 12 midnight in his time calling me, trying to get me prepared, and everybody. It still takes the people. It's still going to take you, and the point Michael made, testimonies. If they you can see anything you want, nice, great clips and that. But when someone sees you, the sparkle in your eye, the truth from your heart, saying it, not a scripted thing, just out there saying it, and they go, yeah, just like when you're in the schoolyard as a little kid, hey, you see that wave I got? And they want to talk about the wave they got. And when we're older, Jesus, this morning I was stuck in traffic. They want to talk about how bad their job is. And then when you mention you got something going on health-wise, they want to talk about that. That's the power of a testimony, because when you give your testimony, the person in their subconscious, what they do, Mike, they start thinking of themselves. Maybe that could help.
That's right.
So I'm sure you're going to help them utilize Oliabo's studio and take that. It's not a silver bullet, but then add your personal content and put it in and utilize
Definitely.
that. Can you share?
Yeah. I mean, studio is going to be a tool. It's a tool, and it's a technology tool. that will bring everybody up to date as far as technology. It's going to be beautiful. It's well done. It's one of those things that's going to keep growing and transforming. But like Malcolm said, I mean, the true tool, the testimony is you. And I want you all to really take the time and really make that change for yourself. You know, one of the things that when I do go out, I just went to a couple of birthday parties with my son Noah and a couple of graduation parties. And when you take care of yourself, people will see it. When you're supplementing and getting the right nutrition, getting the exercise that you need, it opens up doors for you. You know, when you go out and people say, "Hey man, you're looking good, man. What are you doing?" Oh man, I'm glad you asked. I'm actually doing A, I'm doing B, I'm doing C. You know, I'm supplementing with this product. Have you ever heard of this? It just opens up a whole nother conversation. So you are definitely, your number one billboard. So make sure that you're taking the time uh, to really get on that wellness journey. Like Malcolm said, there's no silver bullet, but you have to figure out what works for you. And you want to make that change to the point where people start to see that. And that studio is going to be very well done, especially for the training that lots of people need. One of the things that, I was frustrated about in the industry is when you bring key people in and they bring key people in and then someone else brings another person in. After a while, some people start to get lost in the shuffle. It's really not that place for them to go to get everything that they need because it starts to build so big and so quickly that some people start to drop off. We don't want that to happen. We want everybody that comes on board to have the right key ingredients to make sure that their business is successful and that they know exactly what to do to have a successful business and to be able to, of course, get people to be on the product on a monthly basis.
You know, when we have a product, we're very fortunate. Sometimes I think it's not fair. All the years have been in the profession that we have a product that works quickly. I was with a company and you had to explain it takes like 6 to 8 months. I know you're frustrated, but it takes 6 to 8 months for the effect to start to work on you, and that people want results right now. So fortunately for us, the Olive, even though, there's one of these questions, just ask a person right up front to start a conversation. Did you know that one of the best botanicals on this planet have been around for thousands of years right in front of us? You got any idea what it is? I'll go, I don't know. If you get people to answer a question, you're getting permission, right, Michael? When they give you permission, it stops being a sale, right? And you go, well, it's the Olive. I didn't know either. And they're like, really? Or what do most people say? Yeah, I've been hearing about that of late. It's been all over the place because the timing is great. So we got products that work. That's really key. More people coming in still, which is good. You're getting out there. So I just put in the chat, raised it right here. I'm sure he wants to say something, but I want you guys to get lined up. I want you. Let's enact what Michael suggested and give some testimonies, because guess what I do, right? We take all these testimonies and these calls and I break them down into 2 minutes and 1 minute and 30-second bits and put them out there for all of you to use. Ray is, where Ray, when he first talked to me about it, and then he got a couple months later, he got a sample product, and I talk about him painting his deck. I'm not joking. You see that? Look, he can't see what's behind him, but it goes from the right down there on the park, on the drive and the road, all the way up, and it's so long, all those stairs. There's a little seat and a breather, and then you come all the rest of the way, and then the deck goes all over the place around his house and out the back, and he was day after day, 8 gallons worth, asking, what are you doing? Like, I'm brushing my deck. And I cannot believe how my flexibility, and I cannot believe my energy. So for you brand new folks, lots of them I see on this call, I've not seen you before. This is Ray Harron, my sponsor, master distributor, known Gordon and Joe, known their parents for 35, 40 probably years. And Ray earned the right to be our master distributor. So Ray, why don't you share what you're eager to do?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Malcolm. You're the hardest working guy in this industry, I believe. and thankful to be working with you. And everybody, thanks for being here. Michael, it goes without saying, I think you're just the greatest. You're going to be such an asset to Oliabo and to all of us. You said it right, my friend, strategy. And you're a great strategist. You're a great conversationalist. That's what I love about you. You're genuine. I've often said, people only buy your genuineness. That's all. They just so be genuine. We just have to be ourselves. Tell people how we're doing on our products, how much we like them, and how much we think they would benefit by using them. But I tell you what, strategy goes an awful long ways. Makes me think of this, Michael. I don't recall. You probably would know. You're a public speaker, and by the way, Michael speaks to lots of high school kids, graduation ceremonies, and the like, trying to get these people when they're young and have them make their life count for something. I think that's so important, and appreciate you doing that, Michael. But I'm thrilled that you're here. We're going to have a blast together. But when I said you probably know who this was, if you don't, Malcolm probably does. It was back. I don't know if it was Napoleon Hill. Somebody taught Napoleon Hill this. I think it was. I don't know. It might have been Carnegie. Might have been Henry Ford. The most important thing. He said, "I'm gonna give you a multi-million-dollar." I'm paraphrasing everything because I don't remember it exactly. The mo. This will make you more money than anything in life. Write down every night the six most important things that you need to do tomorrow. I'd put that in the strategy category for sure. And in this industry that we're in, I could sum it up real easily. You hear me say it often. We're just professional visitors. That's all. We just visit with people, and preferably in the beginning. Certainly, we'll be visiting with strangers, and Michael is a great one to teach you how to do that. Malcolm is as well. But the most important thing you got to do tomorrow in this industry, if you want to help some people with these products or build a business, is to write down six names. Just do that 4 or 5 nights a week. Write down six names of the people you're going to contact the next day and just start being that professional visitor that you are. Tell them how much you love this company, how much you love these products, and you think they could benefit from them. Just tell the story. That's all. I'm reminding you, if you don't mind, Malcolm, I'll take a little bit of time. I saw a chat in here from Wanda. Wanda, are you still with
Just ask
us?
Wanda to unmute. Wanda, if you're out there.
Wanda, you still there? I talked to Wanda earlier. Actually, I got a
Yes, I'm
text.
here.
Oh, great.
I- I'm
Wanda
here.
and I, this is how this business works. Wanda and I go back, boy, we go back a
45 years.
awful, yeah, a long, long time. Special friends, the two of us, and
Yeah. Yes.
got tremendous memories, and we could entertain you tonight, but we won't.
No.
She's retired now. She's an entrepreneur. She has several businesses. Her husband is I think is he retired?
He's retired, but he's an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah, great people, and we just kind of got in touch again, and we were talking about this, and she goes, "I love olive oil. Let me hear about it." And so I saw that you said you have a testimony. If you want to share it with us, we'd love to hear from you. You're a
I
pretty lady.
do.
Turn your camera on.
Oh, no. I tell you, I can honestly say that honestly, I've taken a lot of supplements and I take other supplements. But when I first started taking this, I've been on it, 3 months now. I actually, as Ray said, we kind of reached out. I had seen Oliabo just in passing, like on Facebook or one of my media pages. And I went, this sounds interesting. Had no idea that Ray was involved whatsoever. So I've been drinking olive oil every morning and every night for probably a year or so. And I drink it in my coffee and I drink it like in hot chocolate or something in the evening. And I know the benefits of very well. And so when I saw that, I saw Ray was involved in it. He shared it and I reached out and I said, "Tell me about this." And he told me, and I said, "Well, I'm going to try it." So I ordered a 30-day supply of it. And within 3 nights to 4 nights, I can tell you I have slept better in my life than I've ever slept before. I'm a retired paramedic. And of course, I lost a lot of sleep during the evening. And I mean, I sleep tremendously. And I even have to take long naps during the day, which I've never done. And I have increased energy. I have energy, but I mean, it's just exacerbated, but it's a calm energy. And it's not an energy that is, like overwhelming or stressed or anything that I'm just happy go lucky during the day. And I do know that it's just taking the Oliabo for 3 months now. It's made a big difference. And we ordered the olive oil itself and I still drink it on top of the capsules as well. And it is amazing. And my husband is the same way. He has felt the difference as well. And so we both know that this product works. And so it's tremendous of what it's helped. And I just love it, and I don't feel like I'm 69 years old. I just turned 69. I feel like I'm still 30. And it's just one of those things and I've shared it with a lot of people, but I know the people eventually will catch on and I continue to share it. So that's my testimony, and I'm sticking to it.
Uh, that's great. Thanks, Wanda. I appreciate that. Say hi to Leland. Maybe we'll get a testimony from him soon as well. But
Yeah, for
folks, that's
sure.
what we do. We just talk to people, just introduce our products to them, and you know, she happens to fit the category, Wanda. People that believe us, like us, and trust us. That's who we look for, and we've all got a lot of those people in our lives. So I would encourage you if you want to build a business here, or there's lots of ways. Just find some customers, earn your 25% every month. That's great. Make you a list. Just take that list of long ago where the most important 6 things to do tomorrow is get a hold of 6 people and introduce them to Oliabo and to our life-changing products. I'll just finish this and I'll turn it back to you, Malcolm. Michael, I'll just say it once again, just to say it again. I'm so thrilled that you're here. I really am. And maybe you could say a thing or two. You've had several meetings with the team itself and individually with Gordon and Kent. And uh, I mean, do you have a good feeling about these guys? I mean, I know you do or you wouldn't be here, but just, yeah, you're a great communicator. Just communicate that to this group that's with us tonight, please.
Yeah, no, no, definitely. And look, being in this industry, and not even just in this industry, for you all that's in corporate America or business, you know when you're in the right place. You know when the right people are actually steering the ship. And uh, I could tell you some horror stories that I'm sure we all could, pass around some stories of some tragedies that's happened in our lives in this industry, in corporate America, and in other industries also. But yes, this team, I've never heard so much about the dedication to the people. Not so much as I have yet to even hear them talk about money and talk about as far as how big we want to take over, we want to do that. That's not the talk they have. The talk is really about making sure that each and everybody that's on this call, each and everybody that takes this product and takes the product from Oliabo are getting the benefits, the health benefits that these products will be able to give. So they are at this night and day. That's what I love about them. Every time that I'm on a call with them, I'm smiling. You know, just like Malcolm said, I look at our CEO as he's like Walt Disney. His imagination and just creation is just out there, and it's great that we have a CEO like that because it's about getting outside, stepping outside the box, and we have such a great product because it's a non-threatening product. Lots of times when we're sharing different products, especially in this industry, it could be a little threatening to people. Sometimes we have to go, let me get Dr. So and so on this call. Or let me send you the white pages for this product. I mean, come on, man. It's like, oh man, I got to look through the white pages to take this product. So no, this is a very simple product to use. It's all about making it convenient, and it's all about just making sure that what we're able to present to people, whether we're looking for them to come on as business partners of ours, but also people who just want to use the product for health benefits or for their wellness journey. And I'm actually, and you all kind of getting a little glimpse of this first, but I'm actually going to be putting a plan together for 100 customers in 100 days. 100 customers in 100 days. And this is going to be something that you'll be able to join. And we'll talk about dates and things like that. But it's going to be a series on sharing with you how you can possibly get 100 customers in 100 days, the things that need to be done, the amount of people you need to speak with, what to say, what not to say, who to approach, who not to approach, how to put an email together, how to put a text message together, to have those conversations, being able to listen more, 80% listen, 20% talking, right? There's a lot of things that go into creating and having a successful business that, believe me, it's not being taught. It's not being taught. This industry relies so much on excitement, so much on excitement. And I always tell people, I don't know if it was Jim Rohn or not, but I think he was the one that said, discipline your disappointments. Discipline your disappointments, right? I always say, and also discipline your excitement, because the excitement is going to come and go. We're at the beginning stages of this. That's where all the excitement is. Everything is brand new. We're getting this brand new app. We got brand new products coming. We got all the excitement. But I'm here to tell you that excitement is going to dwindle away. Now the work ethic comes in. Now the strategy comes in. Now your daily roadmap comes in. Your consistency comes in. And then as you're hitting certain bonuses and as you're getting new testimonials, that excitement comes back and you get more excitement. But it goes like this. So don't just come in and think, oh man, I'm not in love with this anymore. I don't have the excitement anymore. No. It's not that you don't have the excitement anymore. It's just that you don't have the roadmap. You don't have your game plan set. Anything that you do, whether you're building a house, whether you're working in corporate America, whether you're studying for an exam, everything has to be drawn out. That's the same with this industry, with your Oliabo business. You need to have a game plan. It needs to be strategized, and it has to be written out and consistently done. I'm not meaning it has to be done. Many of you all may be extremely busy during the week, but as long as you're consistent 2 or 3 times a week, consistency will get you across the finish line. So I'm getting some phenomenal things together for us as an organization and as Oliabo family to help us really get these products into the right people's hands and create some phenomenal testimonies and make sure that you all are benefiting from this opportunity that Oliabo is giving all of us. So very exciting
Let me
times.
I'm excited again, very excited that you're here. Everybody, if you feel the way I do, send Michael some hearts, send him some thumbs up. This guy is going to be amazing for this company. He is going to be absolutely amazing. Put together some strategy stuff for us and what to, like you said, what to do, what not to do. I promise you, you're going to learn to love Michael Arceneaux. He is Mr. Dynamic, and just couldn't be prouder that you're here, brother. I'm going to turn it back to you, Malcolm. You're the best. I don't know what you want to do from here tonight, but hey, I think you've given them a pretty good show.
Yeah, look, there's a really great teacher for eternity. He said, keep your eye on the prize. He finished it up at the very end of the book that we all read. He who endures to the end is the one that survives and wins. And one way to keep your eye on the prize, like Michael said, waning excitement, all sorts of things, is things that matter. Yes, money's good, but you know what is great? Reward trips. And there's an extension on your reward trips, not June anymore. It's the end of August. So I'm going to wrap this up. You can, instead of being the fall, it's to the end of August. What is August 31 to 31st of August? Get yourself to Prima. Do it 3 months in a row, and there's a whole bunch more for it. Do it a little bit more, and there's a whole bunch more in it. So I'm going to wrap this up. Think about this. This is a good way to wake you up in the morning. This is a good way to, when you feel like, I'd like to do this or that. Instead, you just contact one person. Ask a couple questions. Just about asking questions. Michael, right before I wrap this up and play it, thank you. So welcome. So glad to have you on board. Know Michael's talent. Good friends. And we're going to get to tap into that. So, folks, let's see you all in Italy. That's you, folks. See you guys there.